Let me tell you a story. A very long time ago, I played college basketball at the George Washington University. And I was definitely a below average Division I basketball player. Spent a lot of time on the bench. I had some good games here and there. But generally speaking, during the season, I was not getting media coverage. And then at the end of the season, I certainly wasn't winning awards. However, there were two occasions during my college career that I was recognized. The first one was when I was named tri-captain of our team our senior year, and we were good that year. We just missed the NCAA tournament by 6 points, and it's been over 30 years, and it still bothers me. But anyway, the other time that I was recognized when I was awarded the Desire Award. It was voted on by the GW coaches and the GW season ticket holders, so I got this nice decorative clock, and I was proud of it. I was proud of my hustle and effort, and it sat on my desk for decades. Well, fast forward nearly 30 years after receiving that clock, and I had unfortunately been brainwashed by the bizarre family guru, Uncle Robert. He was the leader of our tiny but destructive religious cult, and at the time he's berating me for being such a horrible failure as husband and father and failure at life. And he was trying to crush me mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, so that I would finally hit rock bottom. Then he could become gatekeeper to God and thus save me. So he asked me a question. He asked me if I had ever been successful at anything my entire life. And it was less a question for me to answer as it was his unique and perverse way of declaring that I was an utter failure, no matter what I thought. And unfortunately, at the time, I agreed with him. And it was around this time that I gave the clock to my son, who was 10. And I was pretty sure he would be pretty rough on it. He would take it apart or simply break it. It's often what 10-year-old boys do. It's probably what I would have done at his age. But I no longer cared about the clock. It just didn't hold any special meaning to me anymore. Well, about a year or two after that, I recovered. The Lord opened my eyes and ears to the wickedness of Uncle Robert and the sick little cult that he was running. So I asked my son for the clock back, and sure enough, he'd been pretty rough on it. It wasn't destroyed, but it needed some TLC and some fixing. And at first, he didn't want to give the clock back. But I told him the story of Uncle Robert and how awful it is for anyone to make someone else feel so worthless. And so this clock represents not only my time playing college basketball and my hustle in the court, but also me overcoming the undue mind control of the little cult leader, Uncle Robert. So fixed the clock, put it back on my desk, and got my son a replacement clock, one that will hopefully have meaning for him. So I have written about the clock and the bizarre family guru in my memoir. It's called Stop the Tall Man, Save the Tiger. It's available on Amazon. To me, it is an amazing story how, with the Lord's help, we can overcome far more than we think we can, including the bizarre family guru.